Blazing Saddles is one of Mel Brooks' most successful and most popular movies. It is filled with outrageous humor, memorable characters, and sharp social commentary.
Hey boys! Look what I got here! Hey, where are the white women at?
Here are some fun facts about one of the funniest films ever made. Today, you are going to learn 10 outrageous facts about Blazing Saddles that you won't believe. But before we dive in, remember to like, subscribe, and what's your favorite scene from Blazing Saddles? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get this party started with a moment that caught one particular actor by surprise. This movie was Cleavon Little's big break into the world of Hollywood. His portrayal of Bart is what he is most known for. Many viewed his performance as the perfect casting choice. Cleavon nailed every scene he was in, but at around the 45-minute mark of the film, Cleavon was caught off guard by this line.
These are people of the land, the common clay of the New West. You know, morons.
If you've seen any of Mel Brooks' movies, you know he has a very peculiar type of approach to the comedy genre, and he's not afraid to push the envelope a little. Blazing Saddles is regarded by some as the greatest comedy of all time.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
But Blazing Saddles almost didn't make it to the silver screens. When Mel Brooks showed his first showing of his movie, he showed it to Warner Brothers executives who did not find it funny at all. Almost none of them laughed, so Mel set up another showing, this time for Warner Brothers employees, and they found it absolutely hilarious. So Warner Brothers took a chance and greenlit its release to theaters, and the rest is history. Mel Brooks loves putting loads of references in his films. Many of them point to a specific person or moment in history, but one reference ended up shooting Mel in the foot. The character Hedley Lamar, portrayed by Harvey Kormak, is a spoof on the famed actress Hedy Lamarr.
To Hedley Lamar! To Hedley Lamar! That's Hedley! Hedley!
While most would find this reference funny, Hedy did not. She filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers, and the matter was settled out of court. I guess not everyone appreciates the art of spoofing. Cleavon Little had tons of unforgettable moments in this movie as the character Bart. There is one scene, however, that has a rather interesting inspiration. The hilarious scene where Bart holds himself hostage to get away from a hostile crowd.
Hold it. The next man makes a move, the gets it.
Was actually based on a moment from Mel Brooks' childhood, where he stole gum and a water pistol from a drugstore. When a store worker tried to stop him, Brooks held the worker at bay with the very water pistol he had just taken from the store.
Isn't anybody gonna help that poor man?
This story sounds almost too crazy to believe. Part of the approach Mel takes to his movies always involved a moment where the fourth wall was broken. Blazing Saddles might have the best fourth wall break in history, where chaos and calamity carries over to another movie set. But here's a little known fact about this scene that makes it even better. At the end of the movie, when the whole group is running out of the Warner Brothers studio front gates, there's a man in a sweater standing on the sidewalk watching the action. Mel Brooks said that the man was not part of the movie and had simply wandered onto the set. They told him to get. The man, not understanding their request, just stood there. So Brooks sent out a waiver for him to sign and left him in the movie. Mel Brooks' movies have impacted many throughout the years, not just the ordinary folk, but many celebrities and people of stature as well. One particular man of stature had a fun story about the first time he saw this movie, and that man was none other than the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. During a speech honoring Mel Brooks as a Kennedy Center honoree, former President Barack Obama mentioned going to see this film at the age of 12. When Brooks asked him how he got in due to the movie being rated R, Obama replied, "I think I had a fake ID that I got with my fake birth certificate," before adding, "The statute of limitations has passed." This movie features some rather unique characters, but there is one individual who always liked causing trouble wherever he went, and that was a towering wild man Mongo. Mongo was portrayed by former NFL lineman Alex Karras. Mongo rode a bull into town with 2 words on it that reference an outdated practice. On the backside of this bull, we see the word yes on one side and no on the other. This references a time back in the 1950s where school buses had markings on them dictating which side was safe to pass on. pretty educational. This movie is chock full of one-liners, crass jokes, and sometimes questionable comedic material.
Too Jewish.
But one moment in the movie marked a first time for the world of entertainment. The moment where a bunch of cowboys were letting it rip around the campfire. This apparently was the first time in history where farting was heard audibly on screen. Mel's reasoning behind this was because he was annoyed that cowboy films never showed the consequences of cowboys eating beans. Blazing Saddles is full of colorful characters, and one of the most colorful ones to many was Lily von Stupp, portrayed by Madeline Kahn. Madeline ended up getting this role in an unconventional way. Madeline was fired from her role as Agnes Gooch in the movie Mame. According to famed actress Lucille Ball, who was the lead role in Mame, said that Madeline purposely got herself fired from the role by acting poorly so that she could be in Blazing Saddles. Madeline ended up getting an Academy Awards nomination for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Guess she ended up making the right decision. And finally, this movie has many slapstick moments and out-of-pocket dialogue, but one rather strange scene involving a horse was based on a real story. The feared Mongo causes lots of damage in town when he is first introduced. Mongo may be a wild man, but one thing he did caught everyone by surprise. He lays out a horse in one punch. Now the crazier thing, in addition to the fact that he punches a horse, is that the inspiration for this scene comes from Mel Brooks' old boss, Sid Caesar. Sid was supposedly so ticked off at his horse for bucking his wife off one day, he punched it in the face. Reality can be crazier than fiction at times. Well, there it is. 10 outrageous facts about Blazing Saddles that you won't believe. I hope you learned something new. Remember to like and subscribe. See you soon.